Hello, hello, everybody. I think we're live. Sometimes I'm not quite sure, but hello, hello, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing weekend and happy Saturday to you. Let me just get my desktop all set up here and we will get going. And let's see here. Oops, see, now it reset to like 4 or 5 seconds. So, see, you never really know. So, hello, everybody. In case it didn't record that, I do hope that you're having an amazing day and weekend full of amazing moments. So glad to have you here. And I guess I'm just getting my desktop all set up. Hey, what up, Timmy? All right. Yep. YouTube says we are live, so it must be true. All right. So let's get into it. First, let's send some love out to the world and bring some wonderful energy, love energy into the moment. Hey, Sean, welcome. Hey, Infinity, Nelia, everybody. Good to see everyone. So we'll start off taking a big deep breath and just come back to right here, right now. And you can breathe in through your mouth or nose, whichever you prefer. You hold it for as long as you want, and then release through your mouth or your nose, whatever feels most comfortable for you. So let's start. Big deep breath. Beautiful. And I do have our wonderful singing bowl, of course. So as I hit the singing bowl, I'll hit it 3 times. And each time I hit it, just imagine a giant waterfall of love falling into your heart and filling it up and overflowing out to the world, or a bright shining light, whatever you would like to see this love expanding within your heart and your mind, your body, your life first, and then going out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let me just put her back here. All right. Hello, hello. All right. So before we get started into everything, I do want to make sure everyone knows um tomorrow, happy September tomorrow. I can't believe it's going to be September already. But normally on the first of the month, the first Saturday of the month, I do give away 10 of my free Zen Cricket YouTube channel memberships. Say that fast. Um, but this month, since the first falls on a Sunday, I'm going to give all 10 away in my one session tomorrow morning. So here's a video, if you haven't checked it out yet, on how to turn your channel membership gifting acceptance, something like that, to on, because you have to have that in order for YouTube to be able to grant it. What I do is I click a little button. YouTube and Spirit, of course, decide who to give it to, and you just have to be subscribed and be active on the channel. Usually, they say in the information on YouTube that they give it away to the individuals who are most active on the channel, supposedly. So if that's what, comes in, then there you go. So be sure to do that. I'll be doing that tomorrow in my morning session, and you don't have to be present to win. It picks it based on activity. Oh, Timmy. Well, it could be Timmy. I mean, we've got all of these nations here. So if it's not on there, my apologies. Maybe it's on the back. I don't think there's any on the back. Yay! So glad. Boom boom. So I'm glad you're represented. It's one of my favorite new shirts. It's all hearts. Um, so it's not about I'm not like patriotic for like my nation's number one out of them all and all that. I'm like, especially with all the past lives that we've had, we've been in all sorts of places. I look at us as one big family. So that's why I have this. I love it. Yeah, that's good to me. I got some cards, like flashcards to use in readings of all the maps and all that. So, maybe I'll slowly learn those, like using flashcards. But that's great that you know that many. Most people don't have a clue, right? So I like that. So, be sure, and if you're interested in Zen Cricket, the Zen Cricket membership, once I get back my energy going, I'm gonna get back into my monthly, not monthly, but maybe monthlies, but weekly pick a cards when I feel inspired, and you get advanced access to those with a Zen Cricket membership, which is $2.99 a month if you're interested in just having one, and if you don't win one. And then on Wednesday nights, all of my YouTube members, my Zen Cricket and my Praying Mantis level, we have a couple hours of free readings where it's just that group. So it's much smaller, and we do oracle readings, past life readings, or whatever, right? And then the next level up, actually, I only have one other level, is my Praying Mantis level, which is $7.99 a month. You get the advanced access Wednesdays. Plus, Thursdays, we have a 2 hour readings, and we also learn about astrology and read books and do all sorts of other things in addition to readings. And then also on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and then Sunday, my Sunday session, after each one of those, I have an hour of with my Praying Mantis members. So if you're interested in any of that, all that's in the description box down below and on my main page at bruddaZEN.com as well. So boom, boom, boom. All right. I think that's it. So if you're new to my channel or any of these readings, welcome. We got a great host of people with huge hearts and great senses of humor, which we definitely welcome. And how the free readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve, down the chat. The chat is the list. There's no special list. You just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows, we'll pull cards, see what comes through. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. It's one of the ways that I earn my living. And so thank you for those. But I do prioritize those, step out of the free readings. Free readings, I usually pull 1 to 2 cards. The donations, I do dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards too. If you're interested in that, I don't have a set dollar amount. You can donate whatever you'd like. You can use the super chat at the bottom, or in the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square. So whatever you want to do, we do that. For the donation reading, since I do see we have some of those, we'll be using the Craft Cards Tarot, standard tarot with a little bit of twist of color. And then I'll use the Light Seers Tarot for free readings. I try to get through as many free readings as I can. On Sundays, if I don't get to the free readings, very many of them, I do come back on after I eat and after my Praying Mantis session to finish out all free readings. I used to do that on my Friday and Saturdays as well, but with me getting sick earlier this month with the plague, I've kind of put that off, and I'm not sure if I'll come back to that because it started to get uh, to be a lot. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. But for now, it's Sunday. So if you tried with your free readings, Friday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, I haven't been able to get to you. For sure, come back on Sundays because I always, since I only have one session on Sundays, I come back on and I finish off every free reading as well as, and then on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, I always make sure I complete all donations too. All right. All right, so let's get into it here. We do have um a few donations. So we got the triple threat Nelia. We have 3 donations from you. Thank you. And then Infinity. I did grab your other question from the member only one. So we'll do those 2 here. So you'll be up that. And then Timmy, you'll be up after that. And then we'll see where we're at that point. All right. You like this shirt too? Yay. All right. One of my faves. It's all about the love. All right. So Nelia, we got the $ eyes here. So thank you for your first donation. And you want to know about abundance, how fitting. Any abundance of money or anything else coming your way soon? If so, when? General reading. All right. Let's take a look here. So anything about finances coming in and any other kind of abundance that you would like to know about here. Okay. So let's see what we got coming in here. Wow. All right. Well, we do have here, I just need to make it a little more PG here for YouTube. But we got the star card coming in here, which is on the bottom of the deck, which is this dream come true, wishes come true type of energy. Great hope energy, balancing energy that comes in. So I like that here as well. Yeah, right. Living the dream, living the dream. Well, there's the dream come true. So I like this energy. It feels like there is something coming towards you with that card being that underlying energy. Let's see for money here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be sudden too. You have the Ace of Cups, which is happiness and joy and, that kind of energy that is full and overflowing of the heart. And the Tower card is it comes suddenly, unexpectedly. And I like that. And it might come in the form of like a blessing in disguise. At first, it might be like, what the heck is this? And like, oh, I see. So something might fall through or get removed, and then it's like at first it's like, oh no, but then it's like, oh, but this is what replaces it, so it's so much better, right? So that kind of energy. Oh, you got the Canadian flag, right? So there it is, the Canadian flag. I can see that one. Yay. So I really like that energy coming in here. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, emotional stability comes in. So, it does feel like in regarding to abundance and this with this is the Ace of Cups being offered. So you have this happiness that comes in that's offered, and I like this energy. It just feels very calming. Yeah, 9 of Wands. Something that's been feeling like an obstacle. There's a breakthrough that comes through here with the 9 of Wands. This Ace of Wands that they have in their hand used to be in that little space there, but now there's a space big enough for you to slip on through and move through. So I like this feel. It is as if um, something that's been holding you back for a while suddenly just it's like, oh, here we go. It just opens up. So I like that. So what else we have here? Okay, yeah. So you have the Page of Pentacles, which is new abundance, new finances coming in. Queen of Wands combined with this coming together is important because that brings in this 9 of Wands. See how they have the Ace of Wands in their hands? Well, that's what the Queen has too, right? So it's important here. regarding abundance to really look into this Ace of Wands energy. And what I mean by that is, we talk a lot on this channel about whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And we're in charge of our lives. We're the driver of the bus. Creator is our co-pilot. They're, sitting in the passenger seat, playing, doing the radio, plugging in directions on the nav system, handling the air conditioner and the heater, and handing out the snacks. And all of our spiritual posse are all these puppies in the back, excited to go on the ride wherever we go. They don't care. Going for a ride, we're on board with that, right? But it's our energy that feeds into the nav system and of where we're wanting to go. So if I focus on, let's say, and it's common for us to be taught, focus on lack. What's missing? What if I don't have enough? I need more. I want more money. I need more money. I miss having more money, or abundance or whatever. I hate what's going on. I fear this. Those energies push abundance away, push things away from us, right? Because we're saying, I want, I want, I want. And to be able to experience wanting, we can't have. So our energy, even though we think, well, if I focus on I want, I want, I want, I want, we think it's bringing money to us, but it's not. It's pushing it in the other direction. What draws to us is higher vibrational energy, which we talk about. Gratitude is huge in drawing things to us. So if I tell the universe, you know what I really, really love? What? I love this money that I have in my life, this abundance I have in my life. I loved this time when I had, windfalls and bonuses and, et cetera, et cetera. And when we focus on the gratitude for that, we can tell the universe, I would like to have finances come in. We only have to ask them once. They don't forget. They're perfect that way. We just start having gratitude, and we have our energy focused on that gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter, higher vibrational energies that draws that in. But we have to be at that vibrational match for it to come in. Sorry, there's a gnat. Come on, come on. A little further away from the camera. No, it knows it's hiding in the camera area. Expectations. Gnats represent expectations for me. And I have a plant that evidently has a lot in it. But, when we focus on gratitude instead, it'll draw things in. So that's why I feel it's important with that Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, along with the Page of Pentacles, it's important that we initiate. The extent of how the money comes in is how much gratitude that we experience. No, it's coming right here. I think he got away. All right. So that's what we have for the first one there, Nelia. Am I entertaining with the trying to tick out a gnat? All right. So many blessings and thank you for your first question. And then your second donation, you have the emoji. And you want to know, what do you see first happening? You moving into a new home or getting a new job? Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? And the reason for moving and the time frame, anything general about that. All right, let's take a look here. See, just to make sure the gnat didn't go for the coffee. I don't want a hyper gnat. Caffeinated gnat. You'd probably explode. All right, so let's see here. This is you wanted to know what comes first, moving into a new home or the job. All right, and then the reason for moving into the home and anything on time frame. All right, so what we got here. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Pentacles, and underneath that, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got something of slowness suddenly speeding up. So it seems like it takes a little bit of time for this to unfold, but then it comes out of nowhere and happens fast. This movement to a new home, which I think we talked about. But so let's see here. The first energy is it home? Nope. So the home, you have the Hanged Man, which is a delay card. Getting a new job, yeah, the Queen of Swords, balancing head and heart. So it does appear here you get a new job and then move into the home with that there. And that makes sense because it feels like there's a little bit of delay, which is like getting in the job, the new job, and then boom, we've got this, this energy that pops in of sudden movement. Let's see what these other cards here. So the reason for moving. All right. Yeah, and I see here there's, you've got there's some disappointment, there's some emotional confusion, maybe some drama. And then it's like, all right, but this is you, new birth, you, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, choosing for you to come in here. So I like this. It's like there's just some little stuff that happens, but I like this for you because it's kind of like contentment, right? And I was just thinking of the eagle's nest, how eagles build these nests that are like craggly and not really fitting and good for eggs and little eaglets, but they put all this comfort inside, furs and leaves and cloth, and it's all nice and comfy. And so perfect for eggs. They don't break, they stay warm. The eaglets, they hatch to become eaglets. And as they grow, they bring in fly in food, give them room service. They're very content in that little nest place. But when it's time for the eaglets to learn to fly and to care for themselves, little eaglets are like, I'm content. This is great. Why would I want to leave? And the eagle parents are like, good point. They start ripping out all the comfortable things to make it so uncomfortable for them in the space that they're in, that they jump up on the sides and onto branches. And then they're like, screw this, I'm going to fly. And then they learn to fly. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I learned to fly because they're not dependent upon any, they're independent. And I kind of feel like, there is this drama, this change, this maybe, I don't know, I think, do you live with your children? I feel like your children are old enough where they're going to want to. It's like it gets so uncomfortable that they want to move out on their own. And then you're like, oh, cool. Well, I can sell this place and get, something else that's my nest, right? They're 25. It's funny, my brother, when they moved, his twin daughters and son at the time, he was still in high school. They lived with them, and when they moved to northern Idaho, they moved into an apartment and um had that for the family while they were waiting to move into their. You have twin daughters too? How funny. uh until they moved, their house was ready to be moved into. And when the house was ready, mom and dad, I mean, my brother and his wife and the son moved in, left the daughters in the apartment to get them acclimated to living on their own. And then that was it. Double the trouble, double the fun, right? My sister-in-law, that's the way to have them, right? You get two children born, and usually they don't go full term, so even 8 months sometimes. And you also have this, I mean, it's a earlier birth, and you're boom boom. It is a lot of work, of course, having to as well. But so I feel like this is part of what happens is there is some drama, and they're ready to move out on their own, and so you're ready to do this. But yeah, and here it's over time. You got the Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor, and I feel like there is some, you know energy here, and this um movement. The Emperor decides, it's Aries. It's like, all right, here we go. It's I've been waiting for the fruit, and here's the opportunity for it to happen. So I feel like that's kind of how it happens. It still is going to be a little bit of time. Again, we had the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. Both of those are timing cards, but I feel that will come in. You're in Aries too. That's funny. I'm a cool uncle now. My brother was military, so they moved all over the place. I didn't get to really know them a whole lot growing up. Now they're all in, I think they're, let's see, my nieces, if I'm 57 and they were born when I was 25, that makes them what, 22? No, 32. 32? They can't be 32. Oh my God, they are. My nieces are anyway. Wow. I feel old now. Too fun. So that's what I feel going on with the move into the new home there. I know it does fly by. So thank you for that. And then for your third one, your emoji. Thank you for your additional donation. I'm so grateful. So, what are your talents and gifts? What does Spirit suggest you do or pursue? All right. Let's take a look here and see what we've got. Whoa, cards are flying here. All right. So, what talents and gifts do they want you to highlight? I feel like you have several, but let's see what they want you to focus on here. Or what you can. They don't have any like wants or shoulds. They're just like, well, since you asked, the thing that you can pursue right now that is for you here. I like this here. So I do feel, everything is energy. We have the five of wands here, which is transformation of lower vibrational to higher vibrational. And really everything is channeling energy, whether it's cards, prophetic messages, just channeling messages from people on the other side, past life readings, energy work, um, you know, any any expression of spirituality comes through channeling unconditional love energy from the other side. It's just a matter of how we bring it through. Some people do it with painting, people do it with song, some people do it with just music, drumming, there's so many different ways. And I feel like that they just want that to be here. And okay, that makes sense underneath with the power of choice. There is no have to, supposed to, should, whatever with spirit. It's like you have this love, and we all have this love in our heart that we're made out of, that we're able to share with the world in our own unique, special way. So I like that being the underlying energy that comes in here. Let's see here what they have here. Yeah, I do feel with the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords, a lot of about knowledge and thinking and awareness, maybe even teaching. But it's about not abundance. It's transformation. It's about, um, and it could even be if you're interested in any kind of counseling, psychology, spiritual counseling, spiritual life coach kind of energy that comes in here. You're teaching people ways, tools to transform old beliefs that don't serve them anymore, that are holding back and keeping people from uh, realizing who they are and moving forward and doing things. So there's a lot of that comes in with this Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So it's knowledge and teaching people things. So I like that, teaching them to overcome like limiting beliefs in a way. You also have the Knight of Cups, so movement of emotion. So I feel like a part of this, it's kind of intertwined a bit. It reminds me here, um, you know, it's like there's this um, emotional, it's emotional. What is it? It's because when my friend of mine that I used to live with, one of my hosts, it was emotional. It's it's like a transformational emotional emotional processing. But it's like that kind of thing is what they're showing me, is that through different ways and different things that you help people get to the emotional center, and in that you help transform that energy into higher knowledge as well. So there is this tools in teaching people how to leave their yeah, and even I love how these cards, it almost looks like these clouds turn into the horse with the emotional movement. See how it kind of just transforms? It's like magic. I like that. So I like those for you. Let's see what these other two cards are here. Yeah, again, Page of Swords, higher knowledge, giving them, awareness of capital T truths, which allows them to cut away the small t truths. And the Strength card is helping them connect to their higher self too. This is their human self, this is their higher self with the infinity symbol. And so this represents, getting them in tune with the inner power, their inner strength, helping people really remember who they really are, which, we are all powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love, right? So I like that ability there, but yeah, it feels like helping people process emotion, transform emotion, question their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and just help them progress. So I really like that, right? So right up your alley there, and you have that ability, whether it's one-on-one, that's how it all starts. You start talking with friends, and I know with way back in the day, even back into my high school days, um, like people would just tell me all their problems because I was able to, and back then I was like, "Oh, I can put myself in your shoes." And I would, people would tell me like, "Oh, I just feel, I don't know, I'm just, upset and da da da." Like I know, kind of like your best friend cheats on you with your boyfriend, right? I mean, it's kind of betrayal feeling. Who told you? I haven't told anyone that. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I just pull it out of the air. But I wasn't pulling it out of the air. You were channeling the messages. You were like, oh, I really was standing in their shoes. But you start sharing things, and then eventually you're just doing it for friends of friends, and then you're doing it to total strangers, um, and and then even into where it's what you do for your living or whatever. So I like that. But that's what they have for you, Nelia. Thank you so much for all your love and support. I appreciate you. All right, and then we have, so Infinity, we have 2 from Infinity, and then Timmy, and then I do have Z PayPal, it came through, so Maria, you'll be up after that. You are most welcome, so grateful. All right, so Infinity, your first question here, let's give that a love and a like. We'll do the one that's in here, and so you wanna know, would the Gemini help you if you told him what happened? Ooh, okay. And then let me bring this other one back up over here so I don't forget it. All right. So, would the Gemini help you out if you told them what happened? All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, we've got the bottom of the deck. We do have the Ace of Wands, even the Emperor coming in here, which Aries energy. So there is action here. I do feel like they would take action. They would, the Hanged Man is about seeing things from a higher perspective, which is very Gemini. They'll step back, they'll look at things, analyze it, really look at from 2 points of view with their Gemini twinness that they have. Um, and they would, they have the Knight of Wands. They would come up with fast resolution to help move energy from a lower vibration to a higher vibration, which is what the Five of Wands are. They would leap into action regarding the drama. It's funny. I have a friend who's a Gemini he's actually a counselor now. And one time when I just was freaking out about work. It was like 20 years ago, probably maybe even more. And I was just like, blah, 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 blah. I didn't realize it. And he was like, I think I had been going on and on for maybe 30 minutes around something with drama. Yeah. And he was like, "Whoa, can we stop the drama train? I think we're gonna wreck." He was from Jersey. He's one of those, I think I talked about it yesterday. He's like, boom, just all right. I kind of just went, oh, and I'm like, thank you. I didn't realize how I had got sucked into my drama. But he did help me. His mentalness here with moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, from choppy waters to calmer waters, and give you some input and insight into how, you know, asking the questions, not solving it for me, but helping me solve it for myself. And I kind of feel like they're that type that would do that. They would really analyze and evaluate and help uh, put an end to the drama in here so that from a place of calmness, they could help us, you know, think about it and make different choices in that. So I feel like they would. That's how they would approach it there. So that's what they have for you. That's too funny. Drama. And then your other question, thank you for your donation over on the other. So thank you for that. I'll love and like it when I'm over on that side. And you wanted to know, should you move back with your family? Or closer to your family, right? Well, of course, there's no shoulds in the spirit realm, but if we ask them, is it for my benefit to go back there? And what I'll do here, because it's always there's no wrong choice. There's just different choices with different outcomes. We'll see here. We'll do the if you should I stay or should I go? Right. So if you stay and don't move, what energy will you experience here that they want you to know about? I feel like they went to that one here. Those. And if you go, if you stay, there will be that. And if you go, will there be double trouble? Let's take a look. All right. So the bottom of the deck, wow, you do have here, this great energy of you've got the Queen of Wands here, which is about, anything you put your power in will work out. And you even have the Wheel of Fortune, which is that either outcome is going to be fine. Your humans on board in either way. And the Ace of Pentacles is like this fresh start and this new opportunity that can be there. The Wheel of Fortune is number 10, endings and beginnings. So there is this freshness that it would bring. It's like rebooting your life, but we'll look at here with these cards here in a moment. But I just feel like there's this having been near my it's almost I've been back for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's about 5 years. I had left. Oh, about 7 years ago, I moved up to be close to my family again, and it was very healing and very brought me a lot of knowledge. Um, and that everyone chooses their own journey and their own adventures. And it helped me release expectations I had on family and expectations I had on myself regarding family. So it was healing and it does bring that, but you also revert back to a child in some ways when you're around family. It's kind of you forgot how much you grew up when you were away. When you come back, they don't know that, and they still treat you as if you're the like in my case, I'm the baby out of two children. But it's like, okay, there's not that you know, respect that you feel you deserve. That's funny. But so if you stay and you don't go, yeah, you'll have look at here. Here's the drama, but you have the Ace of Wands too. You really learn a lot about stepping into your own power and grasping your own power. Um, yeah, with the Knight of Cups. So you have this more individual, free support of pursuing your passions, pursuing and I feel like also openness to hearing from spirit, which is funny because it's a lot more quiet when you're away from family. um, for you to be still and hear from spirit. When you're around family, it's very noisy and it's kind of harder for you to hear from spirit. So they're like, you would need to really, really, really be aware of that. And you have, here you have the Nine of Pentacles, this feeling of being solid and independent with spirit. And the Nine of Wands too. These nines about this hermit and about this aloneness. It's You might feel blocked and blocked in, being near you know, if you move back, because this is like there's this freedom to choose with these two nines coming in here, that hermity type energy. Let's take a look here. If you do move back, what do they want you to know here? So you have three cards here. All right. Yeah, I feel like, normally I don't read royal cards as people. Um, it just doesn't come across my mind. Occasionally they do. So here's all the people. You got a very down to earth, physically focused, masculine energy. You've got this Queen of Swords, who's a balancer between head and heart. Get the Page of Wands, which is a younger, fiery personality. You would have a lot of people involved in your life. You would have all this interaction that's coming in here. Um, and what are these other two cards? Yeah, even another one. And a Knight of Wands. There could be someone that's really interested in you, physically and energetically. And here's the Two of Swords. There's this balance between head and heart. You would have to really close your eyes, get out of your head, and get into your heart. Because yeah, there's all this people activity, which it's like jumping from a frying pan into the fire. It's because I feel like you enjoy family, you like the closeness, you like groups, but you also like your alone time, your quiet time, your independence. So, the spirit is saying, just go visit. Just go visit. But when you go visit, try to sit in a mindset like, what would it be like if I lived here? Because when you go visit people, when you go visit family and you're on vacation, or you're there temporarily, people take off of work and they sometimes treat you like you're a movie star coming to town, and everyone gives you all this attention and da 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 da. And then you get excited and you move there, and then crickets. Everyone's living their lives and they're like, yeah, 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 we'll get together. How about weekend after next, or maybe next month? And there's you don't get all that attention and everything than when you're a visitor, versus being the movie star. So I feel like, just take a little vacation, go back and visit, but sit there and go, "Yeah, it wouldn't be like this." It would be um working and everyone asking me for something, and want, and need, and what about us? And these are the hoops you need to jump through. They just showed me a hoop with a little poodle. Come on, jump through the hoops, jump through the hoops. And it's like, yeah, and then the little poodle "Arr, arr," and attacks, right? So it's like, nah, maybe not, maybe not. But yeah, so I feel like they're kind of saying here that it's up to you. Either way, it doesn't impact your um like the pathway, all the pathways that are they're showing me as far as where you live location wise, you still make it to all your big points in your life where you're wanting to. Just it might be more difficult being around family because of you would have less attention on yourself, and it would be harder for you to listen to your intuition and hear spirit because it's so noisy. And I feel like that's kind of the deal breaker when it comes to it for you, is you're like, yeah, I'll just go visit maybe a little more often, get my family fix, and that's it. That's funny. Yeah, magician, your purpose. What do you want to do in this lifetime, right? This is you, your higher self with this infinity symbol again coming in. But it's, being a conduit, allowing spirit to come through you and out into the world. So it's like, yeah, yeah. So it makes so much sense. Well, good. I'm glad. Hopefully, it brings some clarity, and you're just like, yeah, and the guilt, and for me, really helped me. And maybe I experience it all, so that you don't have to. In that, when you realize that, like my dad, he lives in Hawaii. He made a choice to live, 5 hours by plane over water, so I can't go visit him quickly and cheaply. Um, it's like it has to be a very much a planned event, which I might end up doing this year. But when I went and lived near my family, you have this, well, this is how family's supposed to be and should be, and but everyone chose to live somewhere different, in where they're doing what they're wanting to do and everything else. And it just made me realize everyone chose to live in a different place because we're all from like Colorado. Colorado Springs is like home, and we actually all had moved away. My brother doing military, and my dad, and all that. And I moved back, and then my mom moved back, and then my brother got stationed here, and my dad moved back. We were all here, but then everyone chose to move away again. And it's like everyone chooses to be where they want to be and live where they want to live and do what they want to do. And so we can release that guilt. We can release those expectations and free ourselves and going, I'm allowing everyone to be who they are and where they want to be. And I'm giving that to myself too. And it's free when we go through that. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your dual donations. And hopefully that helps with, yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do. And maybe you want to live somewhere else. But I think I feel like you like where you're at. But that's, yeah, freedom, freedom, freedom. All right. So thank you again for your donations. And Timmy, you're up next. Let me give that a love and a like. Thank you so much for your donation. And you want a general from now to next year. All right. So let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know from now to next year? Okay. That one. Those two. I still feel like the middle card is a message there, and then that one. All right. So let us see. What is this journey that you're on here? You know, the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So this is so perfect because the bottom of the deck we have here compatible partners. The King of Cups rolls over emotion, but all kings behind the scenes have swords. Queen of Swords has swords up front, and all the queens behind the scenes have cups. So it's like um this message of that you do have compatible partnership coming, that may not seem like on the surface that there's like people are be like, what are you guys seeing each other? But because there's emotion behind the scene, until you get to know the Queen of Swords, you don't know that she can really relate with the King of Cups. And because that's an emotional, it would be like a water sign. On the outside you see water, but you don't realize this person has a water moon behind the scenes, can totally relate to water. And this is like an air sign on the outside, which is very brainy and intellectual and thinking. And people are like, but they don't realize behind the scenes a lot of emotion, and that's how they interrelate. So I like that. And these represent, not only are they compatible because of that, but they also by themselves represent a compatible partner because they're a balancer between head and heart. swords and cups, air and water. And so I feel like there's this energy of that. But I also heard when I first saw the King of Cups is that you're on this journey and adventure of becoming that compatible person for yourself first, and then that makes you able to be this compatible partner for someone else and for them to be your compatible partner because you're finding that for you up front. So I like that for you. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else comes in here. Yeah. And it does feel here. You have the Four of Wands, the Ace of Swords. So this is about, Ace of Swords is clarity and new ways of thinking about the Four of Wands, which is a marriage card, just telling you, and about your approach to that and what does that mean and who would I want? And it's the Ace of Swords is seeing it from a higher perspective and cutting away the small t truths that are rooted in what is marriage about? Who am I in a marriage in that kind of committed relationship? Who are they? What is it like? How is it supposed to unfold? We're inundated with a lot of that supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, blah, blah, blah. And this is cutting away and seeing it differently, seeing it as instead of a like that, instead of a like a job duty that has to be fulfilled, that it's an adventure together, creating it the way we want it to be, instead of checking off, okay, I was that, right? I like this transformation and this changing of the way you're looking at this. Yeah, and you have the Six of Swords, which is moving away from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, choppy waters to calmer waters. So there is this movement of thought and belief and mindset. Yeah. And then from the Six of Swords to the Seven of Swords, this is overcoming these fears of betrayal, these fears of having things stolen from us, and also our own deceptive thoughts that have cheated from us in the past. So you definitely have this lot of thinking and clarity of mind that's coming through, with all of this too. So you might have had some betrayal in the past, either through relationships, feelings earlier in life from parents, um, feeling betrayed by parents, feeling betrayed by siblings, whatever it was that created these beliefs that have been bouncing around in the head and even in emotionally in the heart. Um, but we'll see what else we've got here too. Yeah. So you've got the tower here with the King of Wands coming out together, and the tower. There's a lot of fire here. Zap, like almost looked like. See if I can do it. It's like the lightning came from your whoops, you can't see the anymore. Here, we'll do it this way. It's like the lightning came from the Ace of Wands and the King's hands. And I do see here that there is some empowerment that comes in with the King of Wands. It's, they're an entrepreneur, they're making choices, choosing, kind of again getting away from all these opinions, these small t truths we've been inundated with. They decide this is what I want and what I'm going to do, and they put fire behind it. And that does bring in this tower energy, which is choosing to suddenly remove things out of your life that don't suit you anymore. It's like, you were trying to achieve things that were given to you and that aren't your true dream. And you're igniting and you're moving these things out of your life and you're making these significant changes in here, removing it to make space for what you do want. And also, clearing the path so you can move forward. So I like this energy. There's a little bit of with this tower that comes back to this betrayal, that people suddenly leaving your life. And I don't know if this just goes back just to childhood. Don't know if there was a death of a grandparent that was close, or a parent, or a parent leaving, and that kind of thing. But I feel like you've been working on this and you're transforming this, a piece of it where you're afraid that if you get really close to someone or something, that it'll be taken away and ripped away from you. But there is some energy there that you're transforming as well. So I like that for you. Yeah, it's the fear of disappointment, the fear, the heartache, the heartbreak that here with the Three of Swords. Let's see, and yeah, so this is the salve. This is the what helps heal all that, which is the Eight of Cups is walking away from emotions and relationships that don't serve you anymore. And this is great. I feel like you're on this journey preparing for love, a deeper, truer love than you've had because with this Eight of Cups, you're really taking an inventory of where you're investing your heart energy in relationships with people, those that you give 70, 80, 90% all the time, backing that off to 50 or backing and just away from them and letting them fall away and getting all that energy back, um, because you're realizing those relationships that you just feel obligated or, well, I feel guilty. I need to maintain these. But you're really, it's about taking an inventory of those and going, okay, what am I ready to take back energy to prepare for this, giving myself that love, allowing myself to fill up and then overflow out to this relationship that will be coming forward. It also is about an inventory of the emotional energy that's stuff below the surface. That when you were younger, usually 7 years old and younger, uh, our inner child, emotional inner child is what develops first. The intelligent or the brain side of us develops 7 to 14. So when we're 7 years old and younger, we don't know how to deal with things. We just know I'm going to cry, I'm going to throw a tantrum, or I'm going to laugh. That's what children do until you're told, don't cry, don't throw a tantrum, but just only laugh. Then we don't know what to do with these emotions of I need to cry, I need to get angry, but I'm not allowed. So what do I do? Has to go somewhere. Where does it go? Down here. Stuff, 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 right? It takes energy to keep those emotions stuffed. And so as you bring those up and transform them, all that energy also returns back to you to prepare you for this. So I feel like this, it sounds like you've done a lot of shadow work and you're going to continue to free yourself from all this to give yourself again, you are the one that you're realizing I am the perfect partner I've been looking for. When I find my inner love, then you know it expands my ability to give and receive love for humans because I can't give something I don't have for myself nor receive something from others that I don't have for myself. So, to the extent I love myself and open up my pipeline of self love and self worth, the greater my pipeline to give and receive love to others too. So, I like that for you. It feels like I know it's kind of scary, right? But it's totally worth it. You're already investing all this energy. You're just releasing yourself from this imprisonment of emotion. Um, so it's nowhere new you're going. You're actually freeing yourself in your heart from all that. So I like that for you, Timmy. Hopefully that helps. Um, give you a little indicator of what's coming here from now for into next year for you. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. So many, many blessings to you. I know. It is pretty deep, isn't it? I know. Spirit sometimes is like, whoa. But it's like group therapy, right? I think we all can really resonate with that, right? The chosen one. All right. And then I do have one more donation coming up here. So, Maria, thank you so much for your PayPal donation. I'm just going to take a quick sip here and check for Nats. No. All right. Yay! Evening episode on season love. All right. So, let's take a look here and see what we got going on here. Appreciate that. So, Walter's thoughts and wants with you now. All right. Let's take a look here. Thoughts, wants. And in his activities and errands, or has he thought of you? All right, let's take a look here. All right, that one. All right, yeah, let's take a look here and see if he has found anything regarding his homeness there. All right. So, thoughts and wants with you now. So, thoughts, and we got the full card, the Knight of Cups. It's funny because we've got here, it's like they're walking away from movement of romance. They've got this, this energy that's here. And this Fool's card is, this is like a journey, an adventure that's free of a lot of expectations and all those things. And so it's kind of like there's, we talked about the romances. It's like they're moving in the opposite thing of romance because, when you're getting out of a romance that hasn't worked out well, you just, it's like after you drank too much tequila, you're just not going to crave margaritas for a little bit. So I like that. Oh, so glad, Timmy. You've been happily married for 9 years on September 10th. Well, I like this new level though that you can move to with your if you're in a great relationship already. There's this freedom that just will allow you to go to even a higher level of love too. So look at everything that we talked about in that kind of context. Right. And then Maria, the wants, what do they want? Yeah, they don't want drama, the 5 of Wands. But the Page of Swords, they do want higher knowledge, more communication too. But I like they like conversations. They like this getting to know each other, this clarity and knowledge coming in there as well. So I really like this energy that is it's focused on here and not on passion and drama and that, and it's focused on this adventure. So I like this here. So I like that. And then we were asking, um oh, when he was running errands, did he have thoughts of you? He got the Page of Cups, which I feel like here it's more so like, there's this it was like they were focused on being happy. And I don't feel like they were, this is like self-love to me kind of energy, that there it was a day of getting things done and focusing on them. I don't feel like they brought in a lot of the other stuff because they just wanted to focus on themselves. It's funny because, they're just focusing on the fish there, just focusing on that. So I don't feel like they were, um, in that place, in that kind of energy, if that makes sense. And then, did he find a place? Let's take a look here. Well, I feel like they're still looking. They got the 8 of Pentacles, which they're putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears to see it. And we've got the Judgment card, seeing things from a higher, you know, perspective. And they've got the double X's, the double endings, double new beginnings. And so, they're still on, it's like there's this, their higher self is calling them to it and they're putting in the work. I don't feel like they found something yet or a situation yet, but it just feels like they definitely have this this urge and this drawing to do it, and they're actively, you can see they're actively, working on it here too, on that pentacle. So I feel like they're actively pursuing that and doing that for sure. But I don't feel like they've found something, that's coming in there. I know, right? So they're a trying, but nothing, no big discovery yet with that. All right, so that's what they have for you, Maria, in this evening's episode. So Actually, to me, that was Maria's reading. For you there. I had finished yours just right before that, so I know I jumped and answered something for you, and then I jumped back to Maria. So sorry for confusing anyone. All right, and then I did get a donation from Alphonse, so thank you for that. And then Olivia, you'll be up after that. So happy Saturday to you, Alphonse, and thank you so much for your donation. And want to know what are Jennifer's thoughts and wants towards you? All right. All right. Let's see what's going on with Jen Jen. So, what are her thoughts? We'll go wander into her brain right now. Uh-oh. Or listen to her mind, not her brain. And then let's see what the wants are here. Anything else? Okay, and I went to those three there too. All right. All right, let me just get this organized here. The card, and I don't see these cards are yet, but you got like one card and then two cards and then two cards and then three cards. And there's this stuck feeling I have with her that she's, because normally it's one, two, three, it's one, two, two, three, and she's stuck in the twos that are here. She's stuck at a level here. And I do see that there is some fear that we have, coming in here with the three of swords. This A lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment that she's experienced in her life. And I don't know, there's this tendency to, I don't know, it's like they're reminding me, I forget what movie it was in, and it's like, um something about, compliments and then bad things. And their thing was like, well, the bad things are so much easier to believe. And whatever movie that was from, they're just bringing it back. Spirit will do that. I got so many movies in my head, but there's this, you know, she's stuck in this, she'll revert to thinking the low of things because it's been her experience in the stories that she's told herself in the past. So that's, below the surface that's going on there. So just keep that in mind as we go into like we're going into her view of how she sees you and sees the world. So that doesn't mean that it's true. It just means this is their perception of the world. And I feel like they wanted to kind of start off with that. So, what are their thoughts here? They do see the Page of Pentacles. They do see that you have abundance and fullness with the Page of Pentacles. It's an opportunity of I feel like she reverts to security and seeing this, energy in that manner, right? And so she sees you as someone that could, I don't want to say take care of her, but that's one piece that comes into her mind is security, um, financial security, a home and that kind of thing. So that's in there. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we've got the high priestess and the three of wands. There's because of her fears with this high priestess, she feels like there's a lot of hidden and unknown things. And I feel like she's been deceived a lot in the past. And as this high priestess, it has her hypersensitive and hyper like um intuitive and empathic, but she also there's a lot of fear that creates a lot of static that makes her see things that aren't there, like, um and that has to do with insecurities, like, I can relate a little bit earlier in my life when it'd be like I would see 2 cups in the sink or 2 towels, and I'm like, "Who was over here?" "No, I just used 2 towels today," and I'm like, "Mm." Why are there two, cups in the sink? Well, I had juice and da 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 da, and then I rinsed it out and put it in there, but then I wanted water later, and it's like because of my insecurities, because of those things, I was picking up on things that weren't there, and so there's kind of like they've got this escape route with the three of wands that they're like, um, you know, I'm. Uh, afraid of what I don't see and the hidden and the unknown, and then the things I am seeing, I don't know. So they're it's like always looking, being hyper sensitive where when you go into a restaurant, you look at the exits in case you have to escape. There's that kind of fight or flight kind of energy that's there. That's what's keeping her stuck. Yeah, because, she does see this here that the 2 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, that a relationship could be so big and so wonderful and be so much, but there's these fears that just keep them, um, you know, it's like a, block, it's like a, in a pipeline, you have clogs, right? And it's keeping things from flowing there. Well, let's take a look here. We have got 1, 2, 3. So let's see, based on current energies, what's happening here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. So they do like this feeling of independence and this feeling of security. But the nine is like, I feel safe with myself because I'm in control, and they have trouble letting go of control. But we do have the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset. So they're learning a lot about things because I feel like they're doing some reflection, realizing when I've done what I've always did, I get what I've always gotten. And I feel like she's definitely thinking things, really looking at things. And, the Seven of Wands too is she's trying to be herself. She's trying not to shrink and trying not to dim her light because that's what she felt she had to do in the past. And she's really in a place in her life where she's tired of being small. And I feel like in probably one of the first significant times in her life, she feels big and she doesn't want to go back into that, and that's what relationships did before. So there is hesitancy there, if you're sensing that. But even on the bottom of the deck, we've got Queen of Pentacles and the Sun card, which mother nature, mother nurture. She wants to try to stand on her own, wants security in herself. The Sun card, she wants to shine bright. But in this may, like it says, it may or may not have to do with you if you um have any kind of need to control, which we all do as humans, our inner children. When they feel unsafe and out of control, they try to control everything that, we want. We also want to feel safe and secure. And if that means trying to secure someone in our life, that could feel like to the other person, like they're trying to be caged. But whether you're doing that or not, she's got this past and this history in here of knowing what a caged lion feels like. And she doesn't want to be that anymore with I don't know if there's Leo energy here, but so I like this. I like that she sees this abundant life that you can have together, but this underlying stuff that she's actively working through and facing is I don't want to dim my light. I don't want to be small. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to be told what to do because she's had such strong relationships with strong people that try to control her. And I don't know if there's abuse there, but definitely emotional, you know, abuse, either as a child and or in other relationships. But it's like, no, I want to be me. I want to be strong. And so there's that energy that's there to be aware of. Um, and so anything you can do to allow freedom and openness and allow them to be them and shine bright and encourage them to shine bright and be themselves is, what can help, do that. And if you guys aren't having contact or anything, then it's something that you can look at to go and learn from and go, yeah, let me look at the mirror of me and look at myself, because if I've been feeling like I need to control and, do that, then I'm going to continue repeating this pattern, and I'm going to continue to draw people in that don't want that to show that for me. Because, if we are meeting people like this, I know, like, I had like 5 people that I was in relationships with that were kind of a significant amount of the same person in different bodies, showing me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. And then I'm like, oh, there I am. And then there's freedom that comes from that too. So hopefully that helps, Alphonse. That's what's coming in right now for you. I feel like I want to give you a power of surrender oracle here. They're short and sweet, but I feel like they have just one parting message for you. What else for Alphonse? All right, well, 2. You have 2. Yeah. So surrender stubbornness. This can I think we all can relate to this, right? If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. Exactly as we were saying, right? This will help you communicate more lovingly with yourself and with others. Ooh. And then the other one is surrender to effortlessness. And that says, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So, okay. I think those both are things we talked about. So those are good ways of looking at them too. So hopefully that helps. So hang in there, sir. And many blessings to you. Thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then Olivia, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. Silly question. Uh-oh. Silly question alert. There are no silly questions. Funny ones. Hey, right? So what are SS's thoughts about you, and will he contact you this weekend? Feel free to be really, really nosy about the situation. All right. Well, let's take a sip here of my coffee. And then let's jump in here. Let's shuffle one more time here. Let's take a look here. So, what are their thoughts about you? Let's look at that first. So, the thoughts. Okay. And will he contact you this weekend? All right. And then what else? Let's get nosy. What will Spirit allow? They do want that one. What else? And that one. None of those. Oh, that one. Anything else? Well, got the bottom of the deck. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. So that's always our lovely last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. So we always love that when it comes to relationships. But, there is a message when we do get slow moving cards. It's for us, right? Even though it may feel like torture and why are you picking on me, Spirit? But it does happen on purpose. Things slow down to give us the opportunity to reflect, to focus on raising our own love vibration, our own self-love, our own self-worth, because that's what speeds things up, and that's what opens up the ability to give and receive love more openly to the humans as well, right? Yeah, let's get nosy. Let's take a look here. So let's look at the 2 cards came out with thoughts. So we've got joy and sadness. It's like the joy celebration, but there's also this focus in on the 3 spilt cups, right? Which are, the joy that's spilt, the disappointments that they've had, that come in here. They haven't realized the 2 of cups that are behind him here because they're really you know, focused on these emotions. And I don't know, it's weird. Um, I don't know if they have sadness. Did they have, like, someone that broke up with them that's getting married? It's just I don't it's a random thing, but it's like someone, like an ex or, an old an ex of some kind, um, it's like someone's getting married, and that just makes them they have, like, they're experiencing the low vibrational emotions in response to that, and it just feels like, it's like, "What are their thoughts about you?" And they're like, "Well, it's all about them right now," and I don't know why thoughts of you would trigger that, but, unless you remind them of someone or love or, emotion reminds them of something, but something has triggered these emotions where they're really caught up in their head here. We'll see what else comes in here too. Will they contact you this weekend? You we have the 9 of swords, so there's a lot of nightmare and insomnia going on with them right now. But with the sun, there is this brightness here too, where I have a feeling about Sunday, with the sun, that sun day, known for that here. So I do feel like there's going to be this, I just feel like they're going to contact you. And it could be tomorrow Sunday or next week Sunday. But I really feel like maybe tomorrow, but I just feel like they're going to be exhausted and tired, and give them a lot of leeway. I just feel like they have a lot of stuff going on in their mind here. They just feel like I don't know if they've seen someone, maybe not necessarily married, but like an ex, someone that they really cared about is with someone. It's just that they're caught up in this emotion. It's like I can't get past it, and it feels like that's what's going on with them. They just can't get past this. But let's see what these other 3 cards are that came out here. So we've got the Page of Swords, which is new communication. So clarity that comes in through this situation with them as well. So heightened communication, clarity of mind, and I don't know why I feel like, in a way, not that you're this type of person, but that's like someone holding a bat. But it's more so like one of those, how in therapy they have these things that you can just hit each other with to, like, it's like hitting someone with a pillow, but I just feel like, um, that you are very honest and you speak the truth, and I just feel like there's gonna be this, come into Jesus moment that you provide them, if that makes sense. Where you're like, "Do you realize that for the last hour you've done but nothing to but talk about your ex?" It's that kind of thing like you see in movies where they're just like, you obviously still care about them, but that they're getting married, in this case, right? That it's like, hello? I think it's time for take steps to let go. And they're like, "Oh," it's like I was talking to a friend, years ago about work, and he was like, "I think we need to stop the drama train because I think we're gonna wreck. Can we just kind of slow the drama train?" I feel like you'll do that. Yeah, and the 10 of cups. I feel like there's this joy, and I feel like you are a good sense of bringing happiness, bringing joy, making them laugh, helping them laugh at the situation instead of, "Why are you so serious? What's the problem? Let's come on, come on, come on." I like this, you know, this energy that you have. 'Cause I feel like you've got nothing to lose, and so I feel like 'cause I'm keep on seeing this Queen of Wands on the bottom. She's a fiery, sassy individual that, you know, she knows, it's not arrogance, it's confidence. You know who you are, that you won't die, without someone. Um, and so you have a certain allowance for things, but I think at some point you're just like, no, 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 no. Yeah, and even got the Three of Cups, joy, celebration, this kind of energy that comes in here too. So, I do like this. Again, joy, joy, celebration, and why are you being so serious? Kind of energy that comes in here. So, I do like this awareness because I just don't feel like you are not invested in defining yourself by this individual. And like I feel like when it comes down to it, you can take it or leave it. It's fun, it's nice. This Queen of Wands energy feels very much about, this is exciting and maybe new. But it's like there's this, okay. But at some point, you're like, all right, enough. But I feel like you would be, willing to give them some unsolicited advice. Yeah, some unsolicited advice that they need. So that's funny. But I do feel like there's some stuff going on there, so just be aware of that. That's getting really nosy, right? We wanted that. So I like that. So that's what they got for you, Olivia. That's as much as you know as the as deep as they'll let me go. The Page of Cups kept on coming up too. So now that I see that, but that's another happy, happy, joy, joy type of energy that comes in here with all of that. So too funny. All right, my dear. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for the donation and enjoy your adventure. Right, I think that's the last of my donations. You're very welcome. So I'm going to be on for about 30 more minutes. So if anyone does want to have their reading prioritized, um, uh, you can make a donation of any kind by the super chat or in the description box of the video. My Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square, any amount. I don't look at dollar amounts, and I'll prioritize and dive deeper into those. Otherwise, I'm going to shuffle up these Light Seer Tarot. I got a couple decks here, and we'll see how many free readings we get through. If I don't get to your free reading in this session, I shall return tomorrow. And on Sundays, since it's my last day of the weekend and my last session of the weekend, I do go back on and complete all readings. I'll spend like 2 hours online and then go spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members, eat, and then I come back on and finish all the free readings from that Sunday morning session. So if I don't get to you, make sure to show up there and we'll make sure to get answers for you. I used to do that on Fridays and Saturdays, but when I got sick at the beginning of August with the plague, my energy level has not, like, this morning was the first time. It was actually July 31st is when I got sick. Today's the first day where I felt like my energy is almost back to normal. That stuff really kicks your butt. So I'm going to keep doing it this way for a while until I get all my energy back, and then we'll see. We'll see what's unfolding there. All right. So here we go. So we'll scroll to the top. We'll start the free readings. I go from the top to the bottom in order, first come, first serve. So I'll start there. But like I said, if you do want me to make sure I get to yours in this session, a donation of any kind, I'll prioritize that and do it next. Otherwise, I'll continue going down the list. So Minahil, hello, hello. You are up first. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. And you want to know what your bestie um, named Maria is hiding from you. All right. Let me just shuffle all of these together into one giant stack. And we will take, we'll do one card readings this evening just to try to get through some answers for people. So, what are they? She's your cousin also. So, Page of Wands, there's some new passion coming in here, just something new that they want to do, but they're kind of keeping things on the down low. So, it feels like they're attracted to someone and it's like, I don't know if there's a new passion, a new love. Well, it's not love, it's wands, it's passion, attraction that's in their life. And I feel like they're seeing someone and they don't want anyone to know about it yet. Because I don't know if people know them in the family and they're like, I just don't want anyone to know yet. Uh, So I don't know if it's like a friend of the family, you know, um, I don't it's not like a family member. At least it's not, a blood relative, just to be clear there. But it's like they're like, "Nah, I don't think I want people to know about this yet." uh, because they're afraid of what people would think or say. So it could be like a brother-in-law, sister-in-law, whatever it is, it just feels like there's, uh-oh, I don't want to tell anybody. So that's what's going on there. That's what you're picking up on, I believe there. So that's what they have for you right now. Right, Minnie Hill. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then Doll Face Diva, general for next week. Wow, I got the Queen of Wands coming in. So I feel like you have this energy that comes in where you have a great ability to manifest things very quickly. And this next week, they just want you to be aware of the power that you hold in your hands and that whatever you focus on does grow very fast, very quickly. So being aware of maybe this is the week where you put an alarm on your phone for every waking hour, a vibrating alarm that says gratitude. So you draw in things that you're grateful for rather than things that you fear or want or miss, and you're pushing things away and you're drawing in lower vibrational things. This is the week to like really focus gratitude journals, gratitude reminders, gratitude everywhere, because the more you do that, the greater the amount of that comes in. So I feel like that's what they want you to know for this next week, Dolphis Diva. So many blessings to you. Right. And then we got Musical Bear coming up. Will you get the job in McKinsey? Let's take a look here. We got the Four of Pentacles. This is a solid foundation in the outside world. It's a positive omen, for that. And so I do feel like there's a solid feel around this job with this. So I do feel like that is a yes coming in with that Four of Pentacles. It's a solid foundation in your outside world. So I feel like this is, if you don't get that job, you're getting something that's even better for you, that's even more stable, more fulfilling for you. But you do have this energy of a solid foundation in the outside world with that. All right. So fast and easy with that one. So that's what they have for you, Musical Bear. So many blessings to you. And then Felicia Feng, hello, hello. So will you get any job offer in September and October? Wow. Okay, just so you know, job offer for Musical Bear. And then here's yours. You can't make this up. Both, I have two decks that are together. You guys aren't seeing magic. Maybe you are seeing magic, but so that is like a yes. Again, it felt like it was a positive thing for Musical Beer, not Bear, sorry. And then Felicia, you also get a solid foundation. So you do get this solid um, abundance and money that comes in for you in regards to this job. So I like that for you. So that's a yes, yes, coming in. The more you focus on gratitude around jobs of the past, the faster it comes in for you. So it could be in September if you focus on that as well. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings, Felicia. And then Anelia, your free reading. Thank you again for your previous donations. Anything you need to know. Yeah. I like the Seven of Wands. It is your time to shine bright like the sun, not dim your light, not ask permission to shine, not worry about defending yourself. Just allow that bubble to stay secure around you, knowing that other people, when they do try to poke the bubble like this, that has to do with their self-esteem. They already feel like they're down here, and with you shining bright, they feel like they're being pushed down further. And as because you're going this way, they in their minds, they feel like they're becoming less. And so, when people get jealous, when they get intimidated, those types of things, that's on them and what's going on with them. You don't have to worry about defending yourself. But everyone has a handle in which to be lifted by. And so sometimes, if we want to, it's not because we have to, we're obligated to, but if, we have an inkling and going, you know what, I'm shining bright and lift, and I want to help lift them up. I'm going to sincerely tell them how I see them in a positive way and something I love about them to help lift them up because they feel like they need to be lifted up. They feel like you're up here, they're down here, and people will, destroy, trying to bring people down to where they feel they're at, or boast, trying to boast themselves up to where they feel that you're at, or a little bit of both, right? So I feel like there's like this, just this awareness that you don't have to worry about defending yourself and do that with them, right? So that's what they have for you, Nelia. So many blessings. Let me just make sure. Okay, that wasn't a donation. All right. So, Content, you are up next. Will Jessica C quit her job this September? The Three of Cups here is joy and celebration. Um, it feels like that's a yes because I don't feel like they enjoy their job. I feel like there's this, they find something that brings them joy, that makes their heart sing more. And I feel like they do quit that job and they're going into something that is more in alignment with their higher self, with all of that too. So, Three of Cups is joy, celebration. And so I feel like they do celebrate that they got a new job and that they're leaving this old place because I feel like they're just like, not happy with where they're at, just not a lot of growth and a lot of drama and just a lot of altercations. I just feel like they're ready for a new start. And so great amount of celebration that comes in with that there. So see that as a yes, Content. But she finds something else first. She doesn't just quit. She's finding something else and then she quits. All right. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping anyone here. All right. So, Grace, you want to know, is anyone coming towards you in love? All right. You know, I feel like that there is someone coming towards you in love, but the Three of Wands, it's a change of direction. And it's like, in order for you guys to like meet, it's like you're changing your approach to love. And it's interesting because like this is, she's doing something she loves. She's going to go surfing, right? And because she's going to go do something she loves, she bumps into a fellow surfer out there, waiting for a wave. And they're like, blah, blah, blah. They start, chatting, and then sparks fly. And that's what I feel happens with you here. You have someone coming towards you, but if you stay on the road you're on, you're going to miss them. It's like, because they're taking this off road and you need to take this off road so you guys meet. So it's really important that you do things that you love to do. Don't make finding love your hobby. Find a hobby that you enjoy and something that you love doing and do that. And in doing that, that's where you meet them. So I like that there's, it's like surfing, not that you're supposed to take up surfing, something you love to do. And then you have that in common and you have this spark that comes up with all that. So that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. And then QV Love, you're up next. So good news for next month. All right. Get some alone time with spirit. That is good news. But you have awareness and you find your inner power. You can see the lantern down here. But there is this, you finding your inner power, your inner strength, and standing on your own. There is this inner search and this inner awareness that comes through all this. And I do like this for you. So I do like that, that energy of discovery and self-empowerment is an important thing for you, because when you discover that, then it doesn't matter what comes in the outside world. When you discover that you get to choose your story, you get to choose your emotion, you get to choose your energy, you get to choose your physical action, and you release yourself from everyone else, and then you have that empowerment, and that you're not afraid of what comes next, because it doesn't matter. You get to choose the story, the emotion, whatever around it. Whereas before, when you feel like, well, when that happens, this is how it has to mean. This is, how I'm supposed to feel. This is the energy I'm supposed to invest. There's this freedom that comes from it, and that I'm cutting these strings. I'm no longer a puppet to the outside world. I can stand on my own and I get to decide. And I like this. I like this independent feeling that comes with this for you in the month of September. The 9 Hermit card for the month of September. 9. I like it. All right. So that is what they have for you. QV Love, so many blessings to you. All right. Let me just look down here. Okay. Look at those. All right. So I think we are down to Rhonda. Rhonda, you are up. So, what is it you need to know about the people around you? Whoa. Very fiery, very passionate, very, I don't know, very fiery, very short fused. And there's a variety of different people around you, but I just feel a lot of them are self, it's like lower vibrational fire energy. It's me, not we, we, bonjour. But it's, very fiery, focused. They just have a lot of this wanting everything to be about them. They are very passionate about things that mean something to them. So there is a lot of passion around the people around you too, because it just rolls over into every area of their life, but it is very center focused and, looking at themselves is what I feel with this Ace of Wands energy. Um, so just be aware of that. They're all in charge. They're the ones that draw everything into their life. Whatever they focus in, they draw in. You're not responsible for their choices and for what they draw into their lives, only yourself, right? Because you, with your Ace of Wands, you get to choose what you focus on and grow and expand in your life. So if you focus on fears, then you draw that kind of energy in. If you focus on unconditional love and joy, laughter and peace and gratitude, you draw in people that match that. So it could be that you might have been focusing on some of your fears, because it feels like these people that you're drawing around you do feel lower vibrational fire energy. So you can change your energy and they'll just start to drift away, and they'll be replaced with people that match the higher energy too. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now, Rhonda. Rhonda. So many blessings to you. And let me just make sure here. Yeah, I already did that one. Okay, very good. And then Maria P, your free question is, what is coming for your connection with Walter next week? All right, you got the strength card here, this Leo energy. And so, this is a bit of, it feels like there's courage. It feels like there's strength. And we talked about before with what they're going through. I just feel like you're a great place of where the lion can lay down with the lamb, not in that way, but a bunch, but in a way of calmness and peace, that you're this place of peace for them where they can just be and they don't have to worry, right? And I like that. I feel like the coming connection this coming week that just allows you just to be this I don't know, it's like sitting at lunch and they can just blah 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 and laugh and just not worry about anything. It's like a source of strength, is what I feel. And in both ways, I don't feel like, they're this needy, little lost lamb. I feel like they're a courageous lion, but they need the space to, like a lion's pride pack, that they can just feel like I can be my roaring lion self, and you're not afraid because you're a roaring lion too. And so you're like, yeah, tell me about it. Blah, 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 just supportive and a source of strength, I feel, is what comes for it next week. Right. So that's what they have for you for that one, Maria. Thank you again for your donation earlier. Okay, let me just make sure here. All right. And then Crow's Nest, Jessica, you are up next here. And where will things go with Riley the Leo in you? All right. The Three of Pentacles, there is this creativity. It feels like things are going to go in a different way than either you or they think it will. It's about uniqueness. It's, Three of Pentacles is creativity and creating something unique in the outside world, but also being true to your authentic selves too. And I just feel like as things progress, it's interesting, Jess, that I feel like both of you are just tired of trying to be what you think other people want you to be. And I feel like you're both just like, I'm just gonna be me. I'm just tired of it. And if it doesn't work out, that's fine, because you've discovered that people put on airs and masks and you're just tired of all that BS. And I like this because I feel like with you both being yourselves, you realize that you guys have some unique things in common of things that you like to do that isn't something that you normally would think that they each other would, but you do that, and it's a variety of different places in your life that this is that happens here, from anything from going to see the roller derby, something to that, to intimate things too. I mean, it's a wide variety of stuff, and I just feel like that there's this uniqueness and this, it just goes into this place of take me or leave me, and they're like, yeah, me too, and they're like, well, cool, let's go have fun then. And I like this. I like this. There's like a freedom, a free feeling that comes from this. So I feel like this is based on current energy where things are kind of heading towards and going toward. So I like that for you because, yeah, I'm tired of trying to be what we think everyone wants us to be. Blah, blah. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. And then Sean G, how can you stop thinking about S? You want to let it go. All right. Yeah. You just got to choose it with the Chariot card here. Chariot is your power of mental choice, emotional choice, energetic choice, physical choice. And, you know, if we're constantly thinking about them, then we have unresolved validation that's coming in here. And so, something that you can look at mentally is ask yourself some questions about how was I using their actions, non actions, words, or silence to define me? And what are my thoughts about them, and how does that exist within me? Because the mirror, the reason why you're not able to stop thinking about them is because you're seeing something in this definition, in this reflection, that's unresolved within you. And once you do that, then you're not in need of that teacher anymore. But because you're in need of that teacher, they're going to stay seated here in the brain. Something you can do energetically too is whatever we focus on with our energy is what we grow and expand. And so when we look at how I can change that, You can look at focusing on gratitude. What other things, if you consciously start focusing on different things in your life, then that will grow and that will shrink. But if you're constantly focusing on them, then you're going to grow that connection too. You can even do a ritual where you take two candles, write your initial, write their initial. Actually, it's the same, right? So write out your name, write out their name on the candle if you want, or some sort of symbol that represents them and you. Tie a string in between. And then you can take like a little scissors and cut, will light the candles, cut cut the cord that'll help sever the cord, and energetically, and you're doing it physically and energetically, you're releasing this, right? And I'm letting you go. You can say it out loud, I'm letting you go. And or you can set it on fire, just do it safely and burn the little string in between. But doing those kind of things helps release that. But you are the one that, they're not keeping you in control. You're focusing on that story, you're focusing on your emotion, you're focusing on you're choosing your energy and your actions. And when you're ready, you will let go, and not before then. But these are things that you can do to really understand, why are they still taking up space rent free up here? It's because they're your teacher. They're trying to teach you what you wanted to learn from them. So that's a big piece there. So hopefully that helps, Sean. Hello, hello. You're here. So hopefully that helps, my dear. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then the chosen one, you like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Wow, Queen of Cups. So I feel like, she's very psychic. She's very gifted. She has very strong empathic abilities, connection to spirit. So this general reading is follow your heart, follow your gut, close your eyes, open your heart, allow yourself to follow that, because you are on point with your feelings, the emotions that are below the surface that you're picking up. It's real, it's true. So trust that and allow yourself to make decisions on that. If you're kind of tore between making some decisions, I like the close your eyes, open your heart, and then immediately our heart knows the answer, right? But when we're open, our eyes and our mind is going, but, all this stuff. It's like, you know what you want. You close your eyes, open your heart, and it's there. And trust that intuition, trust that. And if you feel you don't have enough information to make a decision, and ask spirit. You can say, can you make it a no-brainer? Give me information, and boom, you'll get information. You're like, okay, there it is. Boom. So I like that for you. Right. So that's what they have for you at chosen one. So many blessings to you. Right. We did that one. We did that one. Okay, did that one. Who did that one? Okay, sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not skipping over anyone here. Okay, and I think Crow's Nest, I already did that one earlier. I think that was just put in there a second time. All right. You're welcome, chosen one. Right. So Mika Khan, will you get a job at FM near station? If yes, will you like the job? You have the Ace of Swords. And I feel like this is a no, because the Ace of Swords is you're having new communication, clarity about things coming in here. So I feel like you're going to get new, um, a different way of looking at things, clarity around what you're looking for in jobs. It just feels like new news coming in about jobs. And so I don't feel like this one is for you and you're being spared, because if you took that one, you'd stop looking. And I feel like if you keep looking, you're going to find this new job that comes in with this Ace of Swords. So, yeah. So there you go. Short and easy. Keep looking, but look in somewhere else you wouldn't normally look. If you're looking at a website and you're checking off little boxes about what area to do it in, uncheck them and then just look at them all. I feel like that's important. Right. And then Fin, which education field should your brother go for a better future. All right. We got the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. You know, I feel like they would do well at counseling, something that helps people process emotion and moves people emotionally. So it can be from anything. It's of the heart, right? It's like what makes their heart sing, is an important thing as well. Pursue what their heart wants, not what their brain wants. And because that'll make them happier if they're doing what they love to do instead of what they think they're supposed to do. But I do feel like in matters of the heart and emotion is important here. And it's like anywhere from counseling to theater, it can be impacting people emotionally. I feel is really at the core of where their heart is. So definitely follow their heart, not their brain, and that's as much as they'll give to us right now. It's a good journey. It's good for them to sit with that. So right, so that's what they have here, and then Shanana Jinx. So Freya, when or how will the person you've been waiting for come to me? All right. Oh, temperance, patience, ugh. Through a slow, arduous, torturing process. The temperance is about balance, is about patience. And so the when is like it's going to be a little while off. But whenever you get a patience card like this and we're asking about love, it is about, you know, we're given the opportunity when things slow down to raise our own love vibration, right? Releasing our limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve us anymore, release those emotions and relationships that no longer serve us anymore. These are the things that help us raise our love vibration, which brings in love faster. But in order for that energy to match, it is doing that because you can't love someone more than you love yourself or receive love from others more than you love yourself. So, this timing, this slowness that it's taking to unfold is for you and for them to focus on loving your own self worth and self love. Because the more you expand that, the more you expand your ability to give and receive love. So, the when has to do with us. When we're in lower vibration, things are slow. When we're in higher vibration, things speed up. So the when is up to us. The how, I feel like they're like that's you're jumping the gun there. Focus on what you can control, inward and upward right now. They're like that's a distraction. Focus on self love, self worth. They just really want you to zero in on that right now. All right. So that's what they have for you. And then Kelsey Wells, Kelly. So will your roommate and you find a nice apartment to move to by October? Yeah, I feel like with the two of wands, you do have the possibilities here. And the two of wands, it's about your power of energetic choice. If you focus on not want, because that pushes it further away. Because if our energy says, I enjoy wanting to find a new apartment, they're like, well, we'll keep you looking then. Because if you enjoy wanting, if you find it, you're going to stop wanting. So we'll keep you wanting. Instead, gratitude. What do you love about the apartment you have? What do you love about apartments and homes of the past? What are you also you're grateful for? As you raise that vibration and focus that's what allows things to come in fast for you here. So you definitely have that ability. Just focus on what do we love about our apartment? What do I love about places I've lived in the past? And you can ask creator once, right? That's all they have. They have great memories. But if you go, hey, um, I'd like a new apartment, and this is what I love about apartments, then they'll bring that in fast for us because of where we're focusing that energy. All right. So many blessings to you, Kelly. Kelly. All right. And Lucky, you are up. So does Mr. J want to be involved with you on a personal level? We got the devil card here, which is the shaking and the rattling and a lot in their minds and work, 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 work. Saturn energy, Capricorn energy is all about the job, all about the work. So I don't feel like they want to be involved on like a interpersonal level. I feel like it's work. Work, work, work is what their focus is with that. So easy breezy, short and easy. All right. And then JJJ said that pottery scene recommended. It was about your husband's behavior or JK's behavior. I'm not, don't remind that here. You have the sun card. So it's the bright shining light that's on here. And I don't know, this is Leo fire energy, if that helps any with this. But I feel like the pottery scene from, I think, was it from Ghost or from meeting someone new? Um, I mean, this was about finding love, I believe. It just feels like that's the kind of energy that it is, the sun, this fire, this passion. So it feels more that this is how you meet this passionate, loving person in your life. Um, and 19, it's endings and beginnings. I feel like it's someone new. So whoever this is for your life partner kind of energy is where I feel that was existing. All right. So hopefully that helps. All right. And I'm getting down here. I've only got a couple minutes before I head off here. I'll see if I can get to everyone here. But if I don't, I'll be back tomorrow. And I do make sure I get to everyone on Sundays. But Adriana Granados, hello, hello. Happy welcome being a new subscriber. Thank you, Adriana. I'd like to know if Anthony and you will get together in September. Right. Well, I feel like there's an obstacle here with the Seven of Swords. There's some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that, are um, it's like old thoughts that are deceptive to ourselves, where it has to do with like betrayal and feeling, people betray people, cheat people, and these thoughts and beliefs that steal from situations. And I feel like these are the fears that get in between right now. In between here is just some accusatory, even if it's our own, not like you're accusing each other. This is all about thoughts and beliefs in here that have happened in the past that keep movement from happening, from progress to happening. It's like there's a clog in the pipeline that's coming in with that here. So I feel like that is what is coming in for you there. I don't feel like at least based on current energy, it doesn't feel like there's that kind of you know movement, if that makes sense. you know so so that's what's coming in there for you, Adriana. And then chosen one, I did complete you up top. And then Manny Delgado. So hello, hello. So love and light to you too. Aquarius, woohoo. She and oh, but you're in Aquarius and she is too. Uh-oh. So you caught someone I know coming out of our apartment. His name is Quicks, and she went to Dallas, she says, to see her girlfriend, but I believe she went to hang out. Oh, with him. Okay. I get you. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here. Now we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is, this pursuit of self-worth and those things here. I don't feel that kind of energy here. I feel like they did go to hang out with their girlfriend here because it is slow movement. It is like this time away that they needed here, but y- you know I just don't feel that type of that energy that comes in with that, Manny. With this particular trip that they took, it does feel like they just needed a vacay to kind of step away. So I don't feel that kind of energy coming in there right now. But I get it. I dated an Aquarius, and you guys, if you guys aren't together in this, I want to overcome the world together. You will battle and fight there as well. All right. So that's what I feel right now for you, Manny. So hang in there. And then Patricia Nevis, a general reading. Absolutely. You got the Magician card. So there is this, focal energy here on, looking here, um, you know, whatever you focus on is what grows and expands, and you have a great opportunity to really focus your energy on what you want to grow and what you want to expand. There's a great video here which I will share with you about our energy focus. So, because I'm like late to my other one, so I'm going to head off here in just a quick second. But this video will help like understand where we focus our energy is what grows and expands. And I feel like you're in this, this energy, this opportunity to really expand and draw things in very fast for you. Things come in faster than normal, like manifestation comes in very fast for you, like all the stars in our alignment. So check out that video on energy focus, and that will help you with making the most of that energy as well. All right. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings. And sorry, I know there's like a handful I didn't get to, but I'm like a minute late to getting over to my Praying Mantis members. So apologies. I will be back tomorrow. Sundays, whatever I don't get to in the morning session, I do come back on and complete them all. So if you've been trying, I'm so sorry that I haven't gotten to, but uh, check in tomorrow and put your question out there, and I will make sure to get to it tomorrow. So thank you guys for all the love, all the patience, all the thumbs up. Really appreciate that. And remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon.